I've just got the DJI RS3 Mini gimbal delivered to my home. Let's unbox this and I'll walk you through my first impressions, the package contents, and I'll also talk about why I went with this particular product over other products that are there in this particular price range. So let's first of all take a look at the box itself. Here it says DJI RS3 Mini, and then here it talks about the brand, the manufacturer, the importer, and so on and so forth. And it says that the MRP is 35,990, which is approximately 36k. But I got this particular product for 26k, which I think is still the price on Amazon. It also talks about some other details, and the month and year of import is April 2025. Unfortunately, it doesn't say what is the month and year of manufacture, which is pretty important, but I feel that if it is imported in April, it would have been manufactured in March or February, which would mean that this is almost 4 to 5 months old. So that's very important because this has a built-in battery, which would mean that the more time it has been there in the shelf, the more that battery would have degraded. So it's always important to check that for a product which has built-in batteries. It says there is 1 year warranty with bill, and also gives a QR code for support, and also says it's ultra light and the weight is 795 gram. That's the net weight, and that is one of the major reasons why I went with this particular product. So let's talk about the other options that exist at this particular price range in India. So the DJI RS3 Mini, and the price of the DJI RS3 Mini is around 26k, and the competitors at this particular price range is the Zhiyun Weebil S and also the Moza AirCross 2. So both of these gimbals, as I told, are heavier than this particular product. The Zhiyun Weebil S is around 925 grams if I remember right, and also the Moza AirCross is around 950 grams. So this one is very lightweight, but accordingly the payload capacity is also lesser for this. This can handle up to 2 kg, while the Weebil S can handle up to 3 kg, and the Moza AirCross can handle up to 3.2 kg. So if your setup is heavier, if you're using a big DSLR with a lens and all, it's probably better to go with maybe the Moza AirCross 2 or the Zhiyun Weebil S. But I'm planning to use this with a DSLR with a prime lens. It's not even a DSLR, it's a mirrorless camera. So the weight of the camera itself is very small. It's a micro four third camera. So the weight is very small, and the prime lens itself is very compact. So that's why I went with this particular product. Also, this has a built-in screen, as you can see, and the operations are pretty easy. For a beginner, this is probably one of the best gimbals available. The way that you can set this up and start using it, it's pretty fast compared to the other two. So that's another reason why I went with this particular product, while the others, they have, first of all, the Moza AirCross 2, I don't think it has a built-in screen. The Zhiyun Weebil S, it's very complicated to use, and yeah, that's another reason why I went with this particular product. So let's continue looking at the box. At this side, yeah, they have a couple of QR codes, and yeah, they have talked about the DJI Care refresh. And yeah, if you want, you can take a pause and go through this. On the other side, it's pretty clean. It just says DJI Pro and 3-axis camera stabilizer. And talking about the mode of operation, this has a 3-axis camera stabilization, but the competitors, like I've told about, the Zhiyun Weebil S and Moza AirCross, one of them is 6-axis gimbal, which is probably better if you're going for that kind of a motion while capturing your footage. So that's also something that you can keep in mind. So let's take a look at this side. It just says it has gimbal, the tripod, which you can mount below the gimbal. It also has a quick release plate. It has the L-shaped multi-camera control cable, which is USB-C, and also the charging cable, which is USB-A to C, and a screw kit as well. So yeah, this side it just says DJI Pro, and this side is clean. So that's about it about the box. Let's unbox it and see what are all there inside the box. So first of all, we get some paperwork, which I believe is the quick start guide and some warranty information as well. Let's take a look at that. Yep, we have the quick start guide over here. It's pretty detailed, I believe. probably like we'll keep that aside. And yep, I'm not sure what this is, but yeah, just the warranty guide, probably it's there in multiple languages. And this one is the safety guidelines. This is the DJI store information. So that's about the paperwork. There you go. Here I think you have the charging accessories, so let's take a look at each of them. So this is the quick release plate that we were talking about to mount the camera on top of your gimbal. You have the screws, and they have those connectors, those pins above the connectors, which you can use to pry with your hand, which is pretty good. You have the silica gel as well. So these are the two connectors that I was talking about. This one is the L-shaped connector for connecting the camera with the gimbal, if at all that option is there for your camera. And this one is the USB-C to A cable. So I beg your pardon, A to C cable for charging your gimbal. And we have the tripod, which can be used to mount, which you can use to just keep the gimbal upside, right side up, if you're not using the gimbal or you want to just use it as a tripod. So that's there. And yeah, that's about it in this particular box. We will move ahead. We have one more box, which I think doesn't have anything. It's just there for protection. And finally, we have the gimbal itself. But before that, let me check if at all there is anything else. No, I think that's about it in the box. Let's unbox the gimbal itself. So there you go. I think it feels pretty stable in the hand. Like I told, it's a lightweight gimbal, and it definitely feels that way. I have handled multiple gimbals, and this one feels slightly less heavy, even though it's around 800 grams. It's about 4 smartphones worth of weight, but still I feel that compared to other gimbals, it's pretty lightweight. So maybe let's see if we can power it on. So I'll quickly walk you through this particular gimbal, what are all there. So you have the charging cable over here, charging port over here, the USB-C port. You have the power button over here. You have the joystick, and there are 2 buttons over here. One is for probably for recording. The other one is for menu or mode selectors. You have the locking mechanism over here, and there are 2 M4 connectors. Yep, so let's try to turn this on to see if there is any charge. Yep, there is charge. I think while it opens up, it asks for the language. So, and this is a touch screen, so that's it. So the gimbal is ready to be used. So I'll probably walk you through how you can use this particular gimbal in a separate video. But for this video, I think that's pretty much it. That's the unboxing of this particular gimbal. I hope you liked the video. If you did, do give it a thumbs up. Until I see you in the next video, this is Param signing off. Thank you so much for watching.